Hi. I I oftentimes think about where do we start on this job? And clients, of course, ask the same question all the time. And I believe it's in understanding the house and the expectations of the client in the house. How long are they going to live in this home? Are they flipping this house as an investment? At which point they might be in it for less than 5 years? Did they buy it at such a good value so long ago that as long as they have the cash flow, they can do whatever they want to add the most value to their house? And at that point, shouldn't they be considering getting something that's going to last 20 or 30 years? It all boils down to a very important word, and that is design. Design and decorating are two different things. Putting together a color palette is very important, and it's something that should be in your mindset when you start out. It should not dictate the actual layout and relationship of all of not only the work surfaces but the visual parameters of the actual design. Design and decorating are very, very different. Everyone wants to talk about the decorating. What color is going to be cherry? Is it going to be walnut? Is it going to be oak? And what kind of color is my tile going to be in my floor? And we have a lot of experience doing this. I myself have done over 4,000 kitchens. It's a lot of kitchens. I don't know if it's more than anyone on this earth who's still alive. I don't really know. But I do know that most of our kitchens are challenging, and I promise you that in every presentation there's at least one idea that no one ever thought about, whether they've been to five other places or they just like to overthink everything to death. We do come up with some interesting designs, and the designs will dictate the product selection, which is the decorating. So if you can kind of cool out for a little bit, get a picture of what you think you want to create, and let a true designer who specializes in kitchen layout come up with a way that satisfies all your needs and brings value to your home, then you really get into the fun part, the color selection. Now for us, the fun part is making it when you come in with your bag of groceries and you set it down one time and you know where to put your perishables and your non-perishables. You know where your major cutlery tray is, so that when things come out of your dishwasher and go into the cutlery, then it's easier to set the table, so that your recycling and trash bin is in proximity to your sink. A lot of things may or may not be on the list of to do for the American Society of Interior Designers or the National Kitchen and Bath Association, but they are performance standards. It's what we do. It's stuff that you don't have to worry about, was it done right? We never want to hear you say stuff like, I love my performance kitchen, but if I had it to do over again, I'd no. In the design process, we take care of all those. We could do this, we could do that, we could do this, we could do that. And the way we take care of it is by discussing the merits and problems of each decision and letting the client pick what suits their needs and their budget. And if we think that they're doing something that's not necessarily in their own best interest, we'll say something to them. We're not going to just take orders. And one thing you'll never find in performance is a designer selling what makes the most money for the company. If it costs less but gives you more, we're going to get more anyway, because you're going to be just so happy. So that's our goal. Our goal is not how much it costs or picking the most expensive thing, but at any time, if you ask a performance designer, well, I don't know, I just said, what would you do? Not only are you going to get their personal opinion, but all of our design projects are collaborations of multiple designers in our design studio. Typically, whether a company is a kitchen cabinet dealer, in other words, a sales company that represents a manufacturer of cabinets, or a home improvement contractor who one day is doing a basement, and the next day is doing a roof, and the next is doing a bathroom, or a home center, which probably not even worth talking about in the same vein of what we're talking about right here. No matter what type of company they are, they're not really taking the performance approach of doing things in a systematic way, which ultimately will save you time, money, and give you more longevity to your project. People say, well, obviously you love your business and you know what you're talking about, but how do I know? I give my personal word that will happen, and people have just been saying this forever, that they're glad they listened and they want to see how to do it. Typically, we have a design fee. It just basically covers our time, depending on how much we need to do that. And you're not going to see us saying, and we credit it to the cabinet price. People who do that are just marking up their product to cover their time, or they don't really think that their time is worth that much. They're also the types of companies that will get a young designer to fabulous them to the point of picking out whatever it is that they want, or a contractor type who basically doesn't really focus on the product that much, gives an overall price, gets a large deposit, and then reverse engineers the job to be as profitable as possible for them. None of that is true with the way Performance does business. So it's important that people understand that we're advocates for you, for getting you the best kitchen you possibly can, being in control of the process, yet being there to help you make intelligent decisions and to get the best design which satisfies your needs, adds the most value to your home, and lasts the longest amount of time.